You know, I've always asked this question in my classes, and about 90% of the time, everyone gets it wrong the first time, and the second. Come to think of it, some instructors and other teachers that have taught me, or are my current colleagues, also get this wrong. Even this douche gets it wrong. Themes are actually not that complicated, and I think the reason why very few people understand what they are stems from the fact that not many people understand what storytelling is at its most basic roots. So we're going to talk about that today and discuss what a theme is. Hi, Omz here, and welcome to OmzLaw. This is going to be a short video for this week. I went off schedule with these uploads, but hopefully I'll be able to get back on track by next week. So let's jump right into it. But before, I'd like to take a moment and thank all our new subscribers for all their support so far. So themes. What is a theme? Well, I think foundationally, it is what the story is going to be about. What aspect about life does the story discuss? What moral does the story encompass? What is the message of the film? What is it supposed to say? Who's the film speaking to? At its root, it's the heart of the film, the soul, the backbone, the spine, the glue that holds the entire piece together. So let us first discuss what a typical answer to this question would be. So if I was in class asking a student, give me an example of a theme, most of the time they'd answer something like love, something generic. And I think this problem originates from poor writing, language, or literature courses in classes, or at least poor advice from them. When we're kids, we're taught in class that themes are ideas or topics like love, betrayal, coming of age, redemption, revenge. We're even taught these in high school and in university, honestly. But this couldn't be further than what a theme is. And the way you can tell is by asking one simple question. What about it? So in the case of love, for example, what about this love? What aspect about love do you want to tackle? The theme is the simplest form of the idea. It is the simplest form of the topic or the subject being discussed. The most basic form our piece can take. So love. Love is just a topic. It's just an idea that's kind of all-encompassing. Because the minute you say love, you could be talking about many different versions of love. It could be love between two siblings. It could be love between two friends. Love between a married couple. Love itself is such a complicated word. It is all-encompassing. And so in order to answer what about it, we're going to have to break it down to its roots and find the simplest form of it. So how do we come up with this? Where do we look for this? We're going to take the Fellowship of the Ring as our example, since I'm discussing it in the review series covering Lord of the Rings. If you guys want to check it out, the link is in the description. So what is the theme of the Fellowship of the Ring? We'll talk about the theme of the whole trilogy in a later video, but for today, let's focus on the Fellowship. I think you can find the theme in almost every scene in the film, but I think the scene that demonstrates this the most is when Gandalf and Frodo are speaking together inside Moria. I won't do any spoilers here. Basically, Frodo here is at his lowest point, and he is being comforted by Gandalf.
I wish the ring had never come to me. I wish none of this had happened.
So do all who live to see such times, but that is not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us.
This scene has probably lived with me the most ever since I saw it in the theater. I could recite the exact words that Gandalf says. This is the theme of the Fellowship, explicitly stated in a single line. Whenever I felt down, lost, or defeated, I'd remember this line. It's a line that delivers a powerful emotion, that develops both of the characters we see in the scene, that builds on hope, that guides the overall narrative of the Fellowship of the Ring. So if we were to state what the theme of the Fellowship could be, I'd say no one really controls the external events happening around them. The only control we have over is our own choices. I think Gandalf said it better. And I think this theme universally applies to all of us, especially during this difficult period that we're going through. You can see that the Theme here isn't time or controlling your life or a single word. It is a full sentence that encompasses the moral, the character's conflicts, the heart of the story, and it is in its simplest form. And this is why this is the best film ever. There are other examples and scenes we can look at. There are also some themes here that we didn't even gloss over, but that's all I could crank out for today. If you guys are interested in plot structure and understanding themes more, I do have a course on Udemy covering script writing. Feel free to check that out in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching.